And
We're
the way
sweet.
the sunlight plays upon her head.
Connor, welcome back to another episode. How you doing?
Scotty, the man of the hour, how are you, mate?
Yeah, very
Doing
well. Indeed. All right. I'll just flick over to my demo account here. I've got the live account on show. Nothing spectacular. The pound yen actually reversed on me a little bit. So we're in...
The pound yen.
Yeah, so on the live account, yeah, I didn't take the trade, but we'll just close that down. All right, we've got it up. Okay, we've got the demo up. Alrighty. So how's things been with you this week, trade-wise?
Well, the silver trade I'm in that I took off the Ben trade that we discussed, I believe, in the first podcast, did we?
Yeah, I think we did.
Or was it the second?
Definitely the second. I think it was the second. Yeah. So
yeah, off the Ben trade. So I've hit my first target on that, which is the zone. So I've just put. I'll just get the trade up. So I've got my stop loss at 17.43.
Yep.
And I got in at 17.79.
So I'm just showing the viewers here now. So it was on the daily chart.
Or thereabouts, about 17.78.
Was this a Ben trade as well?
Yeah, that was a Ben trade.
Oh, beautiful. So you've secured a little bit of profit here as well?
Yes, and it's just sort of getting wicky around the second zone where you can see there's a zone that it's sort of respecting.
It is, yeah. So we've got this up now, so everyone can see that, and it's one of these things. It's early in the week still, and it's just floating just under $17. So no, I think that's got a lot of promise there. So that's got to be pleasing.
I'm not too worried. It's still looking pretty wicky. The candles are looking weak. Yep. So I'm happy with that at the moment, Scotty. And my Oz CAD trade is going absolutely nowhere. But if you draw a trend line, you can see that it really respects the trend line at the moment.
Yep.
So
I've got that up now as well. What was that? Another Ben trade, or was that a big shadow?
Yes, that was another Ben trade.
Yep.
That was. You can see where it really took off with those three bullish candles before it became really wicky there.
Yep. I've got the line graph up as well. I'm just showing that now. So it's one of these things where I'm just showing that bearish counter that would have triggered it, and now it's in a bit of no man's land. It's sort of like it's thinking about it, but it's not really. I wouldn't say it's bullish. It's more just indecisive. You know, there was that. There's sort of a semi-bullish kangaroo tail right after that big engulfing bearish candle, but it hasn't really done anything.
Yeah.
So I reckon there's some potential there as well. And I'll just give an update on the Aussie Kiwi trade as well that I'm in, and then we might get up the Bitcoin chart as well, which is one of my friends actually discussed with me, and it's very different to to the currency chart. It's it's a lot of, and I'm just quickly showing everyone the Aussie Kiwi trade. So that's where I got in.
Okay, I'll have a look at that too.
Yeah, so it was a daily trade as well.
Are you looking at it on the 4 hour or on the daily?
On the daily, yeah. So I've decided for now I'm just going to stick with that. So viewers, I mean, if you are going to do the 4 hour charts, you've got to check every 4 hours. So it becomes a bit of a mission if you're doing other things besides trading. So, but it's interesting. Like, it's printed another little big shadow as well, and right now it's holding, but we'll see. It'd be good if it can go to $1.10. That'd be really nice, but not quite though. All right. But that's where I did you get that chart up all right there, Connor? Aussie Kiwi daily.
I'm just waiting for my good old chart to load up. It's taking forever. For some reason, it's the only chart that won't load.
Yeah, I had issues as well.
Just before. For some reason, decided to be the only chart on my thing that won't load.
what I'll do
Anyway,
is
do you want to? Just explain how that's going.
I will. So I got in here. Everyone, you can see that's the entry, and the stop loss was originally below that candle. So right now we're in a little bit of profit, and there is no take profit. So what will happen is that's going to move another 1R. So the difference between that entry price and the stop loss was around 137 pips. So every time it moves 137, I'll move the stop loss another one. So right now this is going to have to get to about $48, and then I can move it to about here or so. So it's got a bit of work to do still. It is early in the week, but yeah. And then my other trade that I'll talk about is the pound yen on my live account, and it's not really what I trade, but just want to, it's a point of interest. Pound yen, is the pound yen. How are your charts looking? Did the Aussie Kiwi want to cooperate, or is it still?
Mate, I don't want to say which broker it is, but it's just not a surprise of wanting to. Oh, it's loaded now. Oh yeah, so it's just got that little wick off the belt there. That's all right.
Yeah, it is. So that's right. And my stop loss is where's it at? It's 108.051.
Yep.
So it's below all that. So there's a lot of room. But
a lot of room.
It's got to move a lot more before I can move it again. But we'll see. There was some interesting data that came out of New Zealand that wasn't so promising. So, but the key thing is, traders, you just sort of be detached and you just let it do its thing. I'm just going to bring up the pound yen, and then what we can do is I'll get the Bitcoin chart up, and then I can get you, Connor, with your economics background to discuss a little bit of that. And it's one of those hot topics, and I thought it's not Forex per se, but it's an interesting thing, and it's definitely growing in popularity. All right, so
have you got the pound yen up yet, or what are you doing? You marrying the thing, or what?
I do. I've got it up. I didn't take this trade, everyone, so it's like a managed type account thing. But I just want to show people, and it hasn't really done much. It's
Is that on the 4 hour, which old mate talked?
It was the 4 hours. So you've got it was taken last week, and I'm just showing people. Do you have it up as well, Connor?
Yeah, I've just got the 4 hour up. Yeah, it's sort of slumping down. There's been a double top.
Yeah, it's a double top. So there was that interesting news that came out that Scotland wants another referendum as well. So that, I don't know what that's done, but it was.
They had their chance.
They did.
They had their chance, Scotty.
Yeah. So look, it could reverse still. There was talk on the forums that I followed that there's a lot of support there, and you can see it is, but it's a thing that's quite. We'll see what it does. If that can form a kangaroo tail, that'd be pretty sweet. We just go off, but. Anyway, that's life, and I will bring up the Bitcoin chart. Okay, so I've got it up, but I'll just, if you want to just summarize in basic terms what the deal is with all this.
What Bitcoin going on in the Bitcoin world? Well, although I'm not a Bitcoin expert by any stretch of the imagination, the Bitcoin is slowly getting into the mainstream, and one of the big appeals of Bitcoin is it's similar to gold. There's going to be a finite amount of Bitcoin. Yep. And so they have these programs that I don't understand, but you can mine Bitcoin through these complicated algorithms. But unlike any other fiat sort of currency where you can have governments decide to print money willy-nilly whenever they want, with Bitcoin, there is going to be a finite amount of it. And one of the appeals of Bitcoin is there's no transaction fee, such as, Scotty, if you want to go and travel overseas, you're going to have to pay a transaction fee where the banks, the bloodsuckers, the leeches of our society take their little share of their pie every time you want to have or make a transaction to go overseas.
Yeah.
And another another thing that people that really takes off with people appeal to it. What appeals to people is how it basically you're given a Bitcoin wallet where you memorize your own little code and then you have your money and then that's it. So say people are like, well, how, why is it going, why should I have Bitcoin? In a place like Australia, maybe you don't need Bitcoin. But if you're in a place, if you're in a country like Russia or a dictatorship where people can, where the government can take their money off you, take your bank account off you anytime they want.
That's true.
Then you're in trouble. However, basically, if they want to take the Bitcoin off you, they're going to have to cut off your head, and they're still not going to get the money. But
no, that's the thing. So it is, and I've just got the chart up here, and for people that follow currency trading, they can see. So what is different though is that there is a little bit of volatility. It's
a lot of volatility.
So we had one
because
candle,
it's still in its infancy.
It is, and we had one candle in one day, and the high. This is unbelievable. The high was, it was $1,293 per Bitcoin, and the low for the day was $975.
So, but the thing is, because it's such a new currency, it's in its infancy. Like anything in its infancy, it's sensitive.
It is.
As you can remember, what a sensitive young man you were in your infancy.
That's true. That's probably
the tiniest bit of data can come out where such and such has decided they're not going to take Bitcoin, or eBay's decided they will take Bitcoin, and that will just, that can skyrocket. They can skyrocket the price of it.
That's true. And the Chinese like to interfere as well, don't they? And they get involved.
Yeah. Whereas if you get if any website was going to say that they're going to start taking Australian dollars, it wouldn't move the Australian currency at all.
That's right. So
it's interesting, but it's still in its infancy, and I think myself, talk to me in 20 years and see where it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. Because if you put a bit of money down,
anywhere.
Yeah, that's the thing. It is a bit. Once I saw that, it's a little concerned. It's all about your risk appetite as well, though. I think some people I know don't mind, but I don't know if I could deal with watching my money just go up and down like that. That's really crazy.
If you bought some now and it was still around in 40 years, because it's sort of made, it's going to like explode or it's going to die.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's what will happen to Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's true. So it's one of these long-term things where you just wait and hold it. You don't sort of freak out and just don't look at the charts too much. Now, what else was there? Any? Do you want to
talk about the Twitter? We'll talk about those another time.
Let's get the Twitter up. We'll get the Twitter up for everyone. Just so this is probably the best.
So our Twitter handle is @TradeTalkPippin. So that's going to be our Twitter handle @TradeTalkPippin, and that's where we're going to be putting up our podcasts. As you can see, I've learned about Twitter. There's a lot of Forex sharks on there trying to sell their snakeskin oil. What would you say for anyone listening, Scotty, what to look out for when looking for a good Forex teacher or Forex mentor?
Look, that is a good question. I've just got to enter the right @TradeTalkPippin. I'm just logging in now. I just want to show people the actual, what we're all about, and it's not. Oh no, sorry, incorrect password. I'm entering it now. My memory's good. Memory's really good. All right, so we've got to look kind of very. This is a good discussion point here. So the issue with Forex, everyone, is that really good Forex traders
full of snakes.
That's right. They're aware of this, and it's not a quick process. So when you have people that send you, God, let's just bring up the messages. Let's just bring it up. Just so this is a teaching tool. I don't know about privacy or anything, but look, don't send us idiotic messages and we won't have to bring it up. Come Oh God, look, there's
Probably
so many.
don't go into specifics, but there's a lot of people trying to
What I'm
tell
showing
you.
them, I'm just showing them just a quick overview of how many messages. Tim Skykes is okay. Tim Skykes is okay. He's cool, but and he tells you it's a lot of study, it's a lot of learning, and it's a slow process. But a lot of these people, if you ever get something that says like it's 99.9% accurate, that's no, that's that's impossible. I think the very best it's around 80% or so. That could be incorrect, but and those guys are very picky, so you won't get a lot of trades in a month. And the issue is most people think, oh, I've got to be trading every day, but that's not really, the case though.
No,
Because
that's not an issue. See, what I think, Scotty, it's these people who are telling you, it's like the alarm bells go off when they start to say, you can make $1,000 a day. You can make $10,000 a day. You want to make $1,000 a day? Well, okay, if you've got a $10,000 account, then that's 10% a day that you have made off that trade. So what, did you risk 10% on a trade to get that?
Yeah, that's
like,
what
how
people
did you
don't.
get that?
Yeah,
Or
they
did
don't
you get it
understand
just
that.
through having a 90% win rate, which, you're an absolute gun if you're doing that. Like, anyone who tells you more about how much money you're going to make more than the process of trading, I would stay away with. I wouldn't be within arm's length of them, because they're just trying to take it. Like I said, Scotty, it's forex trading. It's like riding a bike, except you've never ridden a bike before. You've never seen a bike ridden before. No one's going to teach you how to ride this bike, and it's going to roughly take you 3 to 5 years to learn how to ride this bike. So it's just like riding a bike, except that's a bike you've got to ride.
Yeah, and the concern is like with Forex,
Know what I mean?
you can put money into the market straight away, and you're not prepared, and that ends in you can end in catastrophic financial disaster really if you're not careful. So you've got to be careful, because there are people out there that.
You've got to rely on this. You've got to concentrate on becoming a good trader, not worrying about the money. Like, it's the process.
Yeah, that's the key thing. Yep, that's
it's
exactly
the process.
right.
And if you're getting a provider that's teaching you the process and is just worrying about the process, like we're a part of the Naked Forex Now forum.
That's
and
right. Yeah.
Walter control, and we're not getting paid to say any of this. But Walter,
unfortunately,
just
not. No.
just control. Really concentrates on the process.
Yeah, that's the very important thing. That's it, and not.
I think that's the main point. Well, what do you think?
I think that's right. The process is important. Like, we've shown you our trades and things, and it's being strict and having good risk management, and not like going from one system to the next and being, ridiculous. And because every system is going to have losers, that's the most important thing. No system's perfect, so you've just got to pick one that suits your personality. Like, a lot of people are not good at scalping, but there are rare people that are. But that's why it's always safer to start on the higher time frames, because it's harder to make big mistakes, because everything happens so much slower with candles forming. So that's why the daily is quite a good way to start, and it is slow, and you have a lot of patience, but it's a lot safer and avoids the pitfalls of making huge mistakes.
Yeah, and doing those scalping things on the 5-minute charts, it's really not like a massive way of making money.
No,
you know what I mean? Like I was talking about before, I did the maths. Like, if you do the daily chart, well, if I do the hourly chart, that means I'll make 24 times as much as the daily chart. And if I do the 5-minute, I'll make 288 times as much. And it's just not how it works.
No, it's
at all.
It's
yeah.
I've just got the euro Polish. Is it Polish dollar? What is it? Polish something?
Oh, it's the zloty. It's the zloty.
The zloty. All right. It's interesting chart. Look, what was the trade here? Was it a bend trade, or was it a big shadow?
No, the kangaroo tail.
Oh, I see it.
You can see it's like the long upper shadow.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's that, and you can see the candle next to it is really sort of weak, and then it's tried to get up and above that zone. There's a zone there, and now it's starting to come down. So it's looking good for that sort of. Might keep an eye on it and have a look at it next week. So if I was right, hey.
Yeah, we will. We'll check in with that, because there's a lot of candles. There's not a lot of. It's very interesting, isn't it? The whole A lot of small. Oh, there's a couple of big ones, but it's very low volumes. And I'll just bring up the silver trade as well. So we've discussed this already, but I'm just highlighting it again. And then my Aussie Kiwi trade. So as you can see, this has been open for some time. So that's how it's important to focus on the process, not I need a trade a week. If there's no trades there, don't worry about taking a trade because it's just pointless. You're just gambling. You're not actually practicing what you've taught yourself with the back testing. And we can do a thing on back testing as well, I reckon. What do you think next week? Because this has been 20 minutes already, so let's probably do a thing on back because a lot of people probably aren't taught properly. Walter does, but a lot of people don't want to pay a monthly subscription because they just, it's well worth it though, honestly. Like it's because you put your results up and let's go into that so we can talk about some back testing next week. But is there anything you'd like to add in closing, Connor?
Sweet FA.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching, and look, this video is going to be put out everywhere. So I hope it helps some novice traders because we're all very vulnerable, and we can be manipulated easy and lose money. So hope the right people watch this.
Send us a message on Twitter if you have any issues. Just make sure it's not a little snakeskin.
Yeah, no, we don't want to make 50 grand a week. Don't send us that, okay? So I've just got it up, the Twitter up again, finally, again. So, we've got 286 followers. So we'll check in again next week and see how it's all going. And hopefully we help some people out there. And what was the email address as well if they want to get in touch with us on that, Connor?
It is pippinainteasy at outlook.com.
All right. And I'll put that in the YouTube description link as
well.
Trade
Talk. I forgot that. Trade Talk, pippinainteasy at outlook.com.
All right. Okay, everyone. All right. So I'll put that in the description as well. But thanks again, Connor, for joining us. And I'll check in with you next week. I hope you have a great evening.
All right. You too, Scotty.
All right. Bye-bye.